defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Now Murray off play action. Steps away. And that is incomplete.
We went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. 92 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. On the ground, it's Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron there to make the grab. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Here's Murray. He'll dump this one off to Connor. Touchdown, Cardinals! James Conner from 13 yards out. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This one taken just inside the 10. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, He's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hand.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the Steelers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On second down, it's Harris. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. On third down, Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. He finds his target, Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. Out to his left. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. fielded right around the 8. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive, as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play until the break. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
From 21 yards away, and the Steelers have taken the lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Roethlisberger looking to throw. It's complete, and he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Roethlisberger. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger.
And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Here's a diving catch right side. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the P8, and he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
Come on, baby.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Ray McCloud to return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Roethlisberger will throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Roethlisberger. And he comes back with one complete.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
Zaven Collins
showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Here's Roethlisberger. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
120 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They run again with Harris, and he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On second down now, it's Harris, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Short little throw to Ebron. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On first down, Harris, and able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray going deep for Hopkins. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 77 yards. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Once again, the Cardinals will line up and go for the 2-point conversion. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. Flushed out right. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This one taken just inside the 10. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And down inside the 10 at the 9. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They run the counter. Harris, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Phillips able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the turnover, here's Murray, escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And they take a knee. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating, steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. Well, Charles, it's one.